Hello and welcome to day number 2 for the arithmetic for the human body word problems. I'll go through questions number 1 to 6 for the word problems, and down below you'll see the times at which you can hit each of those questions. So let's move on to question number 1. Here we are. Question number 1 says, a human has 32 teeth. So how many do 2 humans have? So if this is one human, you know that's going to represent 32 teeth. So we've got 2 humans here, and we know that. Got another 32 here as well. So we're going to add them together. 32 add 32 is equal to 2 plus 2 is 4. 30 plus 30 is 60, which is represented by 6 in the tens. So the answer is 2 humans have 64 teeth. Okay, question number 2. A shop sold fake fingers for 23p each. So how many could you buy for £1? So how many times does 23 go into £1? How many 23 are in £1? So first we're going to convert £1 into p so that we have a clear idea of what we're dealing with. So it's 100p. How many times could 23p go into 100p? So this is a division. So we have 100 and we're going to divide it by 23. And we're going to find out how many 23s there are. Right. It's just like saying we're going to use repeated subtraction here to try and work out how many 23s there are in 100. So we're going to start off with 100 here. Our first 23, we're going to subtract 2 tens, and then we're going to subtract 3, because I'm going to partition 23 into 20 and 3. So 100 subtract 20 is 80. Yep. 10 tens subtract 2 tens, 20 gives us 80. 8 tens. And 80 subtract 3, if you count backwards, you'll get to 77. Right. So that's 1 so far. Okay. Let's do another 23. So subtract 20 and then subtract 3. So 70 subtract 20, the 1s stay the same, the 10s go down by 2 tens. So 7 subtract 2 is 5. And then now the 5 will stay the same here. We're just going to subtract 3 from 7, and that's 4. So that's 2 lots so far. Let's subtract another 23. I think we could do another 23 here. 20 and 3. 54 subtract 20 is 34. And 34 subtract 3 is 31. So there's 3 so far. Let's subtract another 23. 20 and then a 3. So 31 subtract 20 is 11. And then 11 subtract 3 is 8. Alright? Okay, we're at 8. Can we subtract another 23? No, we'll get into negative figures and we can't do that with money. So 10 and 1, 2, 3, 4. You can buy 4 fake fingers. Right, so our answer here will be 4. You can do it that way, or you could keep adding 23, see how many times you can add 23 to get to 100. Both ways are acceptable. I want to do it using division and using repeated subtraction for that. Right, question number 3. Mr. Spong wants to go to the Human Body Museum. It is 34 miles away. He has reached the halfway point. How many miles does he have left to travel? So here's Mr. Spong on his travel. He wants to travel 34 miles to get to his destination, yeah? Now, he said he has reached a halfway point. So halfway, roughly here, halfway This is where he is. He's traveled that much. So how many miles does he have left to travel? Excuse me. Now, if you can see halfway, you can notice that this bar is going to be represented the same as this bar, let's say part actually. So these are two equal parts. So whatever distance he's traveled will be how many distance he's got left as well. So 34, we're going to divide it. We've got 34, we're going to divide it by 2. Yeah, it's halfway, it's like divided by 2. A half is divided by 2 basically. So if I was to do this, 34 divided by 2 parts, excuse me, I'm going to divide my tens first of all. So I've got 3 tens here, 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens. I'm going to split it between the two of them. And we looked at yesterday, we know that there's 5 in each part if you divide by 10. Okay, now I'm going to share my 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So half of 34, we got a 10 plus the 5 and the 2, that's 17. 10, we've got 5 and the 2, that's 17 as well. Right, 34 divided by 2 is 17. So that's 17 miles, and this will be 17 miles as well. So how long does it have left to travel? 17 mites. 17 miles. Right, let's go to question number 4. A tall man is 2 meters tall. I wish I was a tall man at 2 meters tall, but I'm happy with how tall I am now. His child is half his height. There's a half again. I'm going to write it here. Half is the same as saying you're going to divide by 2, or share between 2 equal pieces. How tall are they both in total? Ooh, right. So this is the man, the tall man. We know that he is 2 meters tall. This is his child. Half. Right, we need to know how much this is. So it's a half of 2. Right, we've got our 2. We're going to share between the 2 here. 1, 2. Oh, half is 1. Half of 2 is 1. So 2 meters, that's how tall the man is. 1 meter, that's how tall the child is. How tall are they both in total? So we want to get the total. We want to get all of that. That's our unknown. So it's 2 and the 1 together. 2 plus 1 equals, I think I know this one, 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. They are 3 meters tall in total. Question number 5. 14 children and a teacher have 2 arms each. Okay, how many arms do they have in total? Alright, so we have 14 children and a teacher. Yep, have 2 arms each. Okay, so we're looking at 14 lots of 2 arms and 1 lots of 2 arms. So we're looking at a total of 15 people that have 2 arms each. So it's going to be 15 multiplied by 2 equals, and if you count in 2s, let's do it together actually. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. 15 lots of 2 is 30. So how many arms do I have in total? 30 arms. Finally, question number 6. Sebastian has 32 teeth. Well done, Sebastian. 6 teeth fall out. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sebastian. How many teeth does he have left? So here's what he had to start off with. 32. But 6 of them, these 6, they fell out. How many teeth does he have left? 32 subtract 6 is how many he has left. So let's use a column method, shall we? Yeah, we don't need to. It's easier to count backwards, but this is what you can do if you're using the column method. 32 subtract 6. 2 subtract 6 will get you a negative number. We don't really want that for this, so we're going to have, we could say that there's 3 tens. Let's take one of those tens to put here. So 32 is the same as 20 and 12. So we've got 12 subtract 60. Sorry, 12 subtract 6 now. So that is 6. And 2 tens subtract 0 tens here is going to be 2. So Sebastian has 26 teeth left. 26 teeth. Okay, that's question 1 to 6. Hope you have fun doing the extension as well. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your week and enjoy the human body pack. Take care now. Bye bye.